you see game, you play a game without thinking too much about stories. Yeah, that's fair. There's some games that, like, I'm pretty brain off about, too. Some games that I like, also like Zelda, like, they don't really care about lore that much. I mean, there is a timeline, but it's, a mess, to say the least. And Nintendo doesn't really care too much about the lore there. I always used to think up lore about video games when I was in school. Even though I was like a good kid in school, I definitely like coasted and didn't like pay much attention in class. I was always drawing or thinking about video games, coming up with like backstories, and I wasn't doing full fan fiction or anything, but I was definitely like daydreaming about like stories with the characters and crossovers with the characters and stuff. Yay! Fanfiction king. I think I learned what fanfiction was probably when I started, like, I guess browsing the internet, in the early internet days. I learned a lot of, like, interesting terms then, like shipping and stuff, that now, of course, is, like, mainstream, but then I had no idea what any of that meant. I was talking with one of my friends about it, too, but, like, one of my favorite terms is rocket shipping. That came from shipping the Team Rocket members. It's just such a brilliant term. It's so good. I learned about yaoi too that way. It's not something I'm into, but I became aware of what it was actually by finding Gundam Wing fanfiction. Didn't know what it was, but stumbled across it. It was like, oh, okay, wow, they're really comfortable with each other, huh? They really like each other. And then I put two and two together. My, you know, middle school brain. I've told this story too. Well, I don't know if I should... It's kind of... I mean, it's not anything that I did that's embarrassing or weird. It's just that it's a very funny story because I learned about some terms, like, for example, I didn't really understand fully what it was, but I came across like a Courage the Cowardly Dog fan website back in the day, and it had a term on it, and that term was vor. And it was one of those things where like my brain was trying to figure out what it meant, and it was like, no, it can't really mean what I think it does it? No, that doesn't, why would anyone, no, that can't be real. And then, like, I just kind of, like, didn't know what to do with it or how to process it because I was so young, so I tucked it away in the back of my mind, and years later, revisited it like, yep, that was exactly what I kind of thought it might be, but didn't really know how to process at the time. So yeah, I learned about vor from a Courage the Cowardly Dog website. Yeah. The wondrous things you stumbled across back in the day. I want to be clear too, I was not looking for anything like that. I was just interested in Courage the Cowardly Dog, okay?